Let me ask you this. You had a tough summer. Uh, we saw the rise of ISIS, the outbreak of Ebola, trouble in the Ukraine, illegal immigrants coming across the border. Did you ever go back to the residence at night and say, are we ever going to get a break here?
We have had a busy 6 years. This summer it seemed to compress even more. But yeah, think about when I came into office. It was worse because the economy, not just here in the United States, but globally, was in a free fall. I have great confidence in the American people, and I have great confidence in this administration being able to work through and eventually solve problems. Sometimes we don't do it at the speed that keeps up with the press cycle. So we've handled Ebola well, but and folks aren't talking about it as much now, but there was a period of time where people are anxious. You'll recall just a year in office when there was a big hole in the middle of the Gulf spewing out oil. And we went through a month that was real tough. Nobody talks about it now because we actually had a really effective response against the worst environmental disaster in American history. But when you solve the problem, sometimes the cameras have gone away. When the problem comes up, it's tough. But I tell you, what keeps me going every day is to see how resilient the American people are, how hard they work. Nothing I go through compares to a guy who's lost his job or lost his home or lost his retirement savings or is trying to figure out how to send his kid to college. What I keep on telling my team here is don't worry about the fact that we're overworked or we're getting picked on. Yeah, that's all irrelevant. What is relevant is we have the chance to help that person every single day, and we do. And sometimes you're going to get fanfare for it, and sometimes you're not, but I still consider this the best job on earth, and I'm going to try to squeeze every last ounce of possibility and the ability to do good out of this job in these next 2 years.
6 years into an administration is the time that presidents seem to make changes. Some of them trying to really shake things up. They bring in new people. They launch new programs. Do I get the sense that you're not planning something like that?
Well, I think there are always going to be changes. I mean, if you look at after each election.
But I don't see that you're, from what I've heard from you so far, you don't plan to do much different than what you've done so far.
No, Bob, I think that what you'll see is a constant effort to improve the way we deliver service to customers, experimenting with ways that I can reach out to Republicans more effectively, making sure that we're reaching out and using the private sector more effectively. One of the things we're learning is that there's a real power to being able to convene here in the White House. Not every problem has to be solved just through a bill, just through legislation. We will be bringing in new folks here because people get tired. It's a hard job, and what I've told everybody is, I want you to have as much enthusiasm and energy on the last day of this administration as you do right now or as you did when you first started. Otherwise, you shouldn't be here.
You came here talking about hope and change. Do you still hope? Is change, was it harder than you thought it would be?
Well, I always thought change was going to be hard. But I will tell you, Bob, when I look back over the last 6 years, I am really proud of the fact that people have jobs who didn't have them before. People have health insurance who didn't have it before. Young people are going to college who couldn't afford it before. So we've made big changes. But what makes me hopeful is the American people. And change is inevitable because we got the best cards. We got the best workers. We got this incredible system that attracts talent from around the world. We continue to be a beacon for freedom and democracy. We've got an extraordinary military. We've got an economy that's growing faster than anybody else's. We've got these incredible natural resources, and we are the most innovative anybody on earth. So there's no reason for us not to succeed, and change will happen. But America's always at the forefront of change. That's our trademark. even after over 200 years, we're still a young country, and we don't fear the future. We grab it.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much, Bob. I enjoyed it.